I've had a lot of people ask me over the last couple of days, now that there's new footage out about the LaVoy Finicum shooting, was I going to make a follow-up video to the first two that I did? In fact, I had a couple people asking me, are you going to apologize? Or are you going to take back what you said? And to those people I say, why would I do that when the new video backs up everything I said? In fact, it makes it almost indisputable now, so why would I apologize for being right? The new video pretty much dispels all the conspiracy theories, dispels all the rumors, all the innuendo, all the crap that was being put out by these anti-government LaVoy Finicum supporters. Everything they said that was happening didn't happen. It clearly didn't happen in the new video that they took themselves. One of the LaVoy supporters in the backseat took this video. It doesn't support anything they said. Let's take a moment and go step by step through what they said happened, what their theories were of what happened, and what this video shows actually happened. First off, they said, well, LaVoy Finicum was cooperating at the first stop, and he only took off after they started shooting at him when he put his hands out the window to surrender. Well, that didn't happen at all. That's total crap. That did not happen. The video clearly shows that they were not cooperating. They were telling police to back off. They weren't going to arrest them, and if they tried, it was going to end up in bloodshed. So they were not cooperating at all. They were defying a legal arrest. And they didn't take off in a panic after being fired upon. They're clearly in the video taken inside the car plotting on how to get away, and then they enact it and they take off. So that whole first part of what they said happened, garbage, poof, that whole theory is gone. Then what did they say next? They say, well, he came around the corner, saw that barricade, and tried to stop before he hit that barricade. Well, nothing in the new video supports that either. The old video didn't support it either. There's no evidence that the truck ever slows down. In fact, inside the cab, LaVoy says, hold on, and grabs hold of the steering wheel. You never hear the car slow down. You never see any movement change of the car. You don't see it lose traction. You don't see it slide. You don't see tread marks. In fact, you actually see it speed up in the one video. So he obviously wasn't trying to stop. That's garbage. And then people try to say that after he drifted off the road and hit the snowbank, that they continued to fire upon him, that they were firing on him when he was coming at the barricade, and then they were firing on him after it already stopped. Well, that's kind of true and kind of not true. They were firing on him when he came towards the barricade. They did strike the car 3 times. It didn't hit anybody. And once the car was stopped, after LaVoy started to get out, an FBI agent, not the Oregon State Police who actually shot Finicum, an FBI agent fired twice to bap, a real quick double tap. One of those rounds struck the roof of the truck. The other one just went off into the air and didn't hit anything. To me, that sounds like someone had an MD and then they tried to cover it up later by not mentioning it. So I think that's pretty bad that they would do that, but that has nothing to do with LaVoy Finicum being shot because neither of those rounds came anywhere near shooting him. And they were fired after he already opened the door and started getting out of the truck, which a lot of people said he stayed in the truck till he was told to get out. They told him to get out of the truck. Nope, they did not. They clearly did not tell him to get out of the truck. He got out of the truck on his own. Then people said that were supporting him that he was cooperating, that he was trying to surrender, that they shot him while he was surrendering. Well, that's poof. That's gone too, because clearly with this audio, he is not surrendering. He is not cooperating. In fact, he is telling them that he's not going to surrender, that they're going to have to shoot him. He says it again and again and again while they're telling him to get on the ground. Now, a lot of people also try to say they were conflicting orders from the police. They were telling him to put his gun on the ground, etc. None of that happened either. Poof, there goes that, because that's not supported in the video either. The only thing they tell him is to get on the ground, which would be proper procedure. That's what you would do in that situation. Tell them to get on the ground, put their hands behind their head. So when he was facing the first officer, he was not cooperating. He was not being told to lay his weapon down. He did reach for his weapon, and he did have a loaded weapon. A lot of people say he didn't even have a gun. Yes, he did. He had a loaded 9mm in a shoulder holster. The people in the truck knew he had it. They also knew they had other weapons in the truck, which they did. They had other rifles in the truck, etc. And when he was facing that first officer, not cooperating, telling them, you're going to have to shoot me, he clearly reaches in his jacket for something. Now, people said, oh, he was reaching for a wound where the first officer shot him in the stomach. That was the key point of their argument. That was their biggest thing, that they had to use that argument to show why he was reaching for something. He was reaching for a wound. Well, poof, that's gone too. No shots were fired. The autopsy shows he was not shot there. He was not shot there at all. In fact, the only place he was shot was in the back 3 times. And that was after he turned to the second officer that was coming out of the woods as he's reaching for his gun. The second officer coming out of the woods had a taser extended in his arm, and LaVoy turned towards him while trying to reach for his gun, and the first officer that he had been facing before he turned around shot him in the back 3 times. As LaVoy is saying the whole time, you're going to have to shoot me, you're going to have to shoot me, he's letting them know he's not surrendering. So they were totally justified. That first officer that shot him in the back was totally justified in protecting that second officer that was armed with a taser. That was a good shoot. And then their supporters went on to say that after they shot Finicum, they tried to kill all of them, that the police wanted to kill every one of them, that they peppered the truck with gunfire, etc. for minutes. Well, that didn't happen either. So poof on that little theory. They did fire a few rounds at the trucks. You can see them hit the windows and explode. Those are pepper rounds. Even Ryan Bundy in the car is dictating to his phone saying, they're shooting pepper rounds at us. They're shooting pepper rounds at us. So that doesn't support your theory at all that they're being riddled with bullets. Now, there are some flashbangs that get thrown at the truck and they go off like bam, 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 bam. The things that look like firecrackers, you know, you see the little explosions next to the truck. Well, let me tell you something. Bullets don't explode like that when they hit. That's a flashbang. For those of you that don't know anything about anything, those are flashbangs. Bullets don't make little fireballs when they hit something. So basically, nothing that they put forward in their conspiracy theories was proven. In fact, it was disproven by the second video. Yet some people are thinking this second video is some kind of vindication for them, that they were proven right. I mean, other than the fact that the FBI had a little two-shot thing that did nothing to end the situation and did nothing to kill LaVoy Finicum, did nothing to alter the situation at all, just seems like a negligent act on one of the FBI agents, which they probably tried to cover up, so they should be in trouble for that because you're supposed to report that. But other than that, nothing you all said, nothing the supporters of these people said was true. Not at all. Poof. It's all gone. It's all up in smoke. Yet somehow there's some of them that still think this video proves them right, that the government was out to kill these people, that they did their best to kill him, that they managed to kill Eamon while he was trying to surrender, and it's completely not true, and it's shown to not be true. So to those people, I have to say, you know, being a little paranoid is one thing, but if you can watch this video and think it vindicates your opinions, I suggest you watch it again, because if you still think that after you pay attention to the video, then you've probably crossed from paranoia to a psychosis. You are probably delusional.